Hi, I'm Paul Jerard. We're at our Wellness Center today and we're going to talk about methods for correcting yoga students. One of the first things we have to remember is that each student comes to us a little bit unique, and many of them have pre-existing health conditions. They also take in information in different ways. Some of them learn visually, some of them learn verbally, and some of them learn physically, actually, by doing something. We have to address all of those students at the same time. So that's one of the biggest things as far as being able to correct a student. Exactly how do I reach this student? Because not everyone is the same. Not everyone likes to be assisted or even identifies with it. Not everybody picks everything up just by visually seeing it and not hearing anything. And not everybody is the type that can take things in by listening and not have to see them and not have to feel them. So we've got a number of different ways that we should explain to students before actually making a correction. So that's the first thing. We want to try to explain as much as we can about whatever the technique is before we do it. And the other thing is, as we teach them, we will also want to maintain a level of compassion while we're correcting students. We don't ever want to belittle a student. Even if it's the 100th time of making correction, after a while you start to know some people, they're going to catch on right away, some people don't catch on, and then some people you start to learn how they catch on. And finally, some of our students, they just need some extra guidance. So it's one of those things where you want to make them feel comfortable in your studio or in your classes. And you also want to realize that everyone's different. Some people might not need any help at all, and other people, they need a lot more help. And if you're understanding along the way and forgiving of the amount of time that someone takes up, I wouldn't let it get to me. I know that some teachers, I talk to different teachers over the course of every week, and some teachers will feel, I've given so much to this one student and yet the rest of them don't get that much time. They all get time by observing. And if a student feels that they're not learning when someone else is being corrected, there are many things they're learning. They're learning also some of the nuances of doing a technique just by hearing something over and over or by seeing you make a correction. They may not be feeling the correction if you're always with the other person. And there's finally one last thing. Sometimes we tend to overcorrect, especially on that one student who doesn't seem to get it. So in that case, sometimes that person just needs a break. So do you. And so there are some times where I would say you can't always stay on one person and make them do exactly what you want. That's not the way life works. So you sometimes have to back off a little bit and see if they'll get it and swim for themselves. With that said, I'd like to wish you farewell. Namaste.